Now that a leadership spill against Prime Minister Tony Abbott and his deputy Julie Bishop has been called, attention is turning to whether or not it will succeed.
Naturally enough, many supporters of the Prime Minister are suggesting that the dissenters will not have enough people on their side to oust the Prime Minister on Tuesday. One of them, ACT Liberal Senator Seselja, who joins us from Canberra. Senator, good morning. What is going to be the argument in favour of keeping Tony Abbott in the Prime Ministership?
Good morning. Well, the argument in favour of Tony Abbott and Julie Bishop continuing as our leadership team is that they are the right people to take us forward. They have taken us from very difficult times in opposition, led us very capably over a number of years. And what I don't want to see, and I know that I believe the vast majority of my colleagues don't want to see, is the Liberal Party becoming anything like our predecessors, the Labor Party. We are not. We are significantly different when it comes to how we believe the country needs to be managed, and we certainly don't want to learn from the Labor Party in relation to how to manage ourselves. So our focus should be on getting on with the job, that the Prime Minister outlined in his press club address, focusing on families, focusing on jobs, focusing on lowering the cost of living, not focusing on these kind of internal issues.
Senator, you talk about the team of Tony Abbott and Julie Bishop, but how much of a team are they really? If you believe the reports in the paper this morning, the relationship between the two of them has all but broken down. Julie Bishop just doing the bare minimum in terms of saying that she'll stand by Tony Abbott on the spill motion, but not saying that she wouldn't run for the leadership if a spill goes ahead.
Well, John, the good thing is I don't believe everything I read in the newspapers. I do believe that we've had not just an excellent Prime Minister, but an outstanding deputy leader and senior cabinet team who have all been working for the good of our nation in very difficult circumstances. So I believe what I've seen in relation to how that relationship has operated, how effective that relationship has been over a number of years in leading the Liberal Party from the dark depths of opposition to government. You don't simply change leaders because things get a bit difficult, and that is one absolute lesson that we can learn from our predecessors, is that if you jump ship the second things get difficult, it doesn't make things easier. In fact, in many cases, it makes things much harder.
The spill motion itself on Tuesday morning, if it does get a majority, if it gets 52 votes and then the leadership positions are on the table, do you think that Tony Abbott at that point should stand for the leadership again, or should he accept that that is a vote of no confidence and that the majority of the party room want anybody else?
Well, look, I'm certainly not going to get into the hypotheticals of what could happen if a certain vote went a certain way. I don't believe that there is those kind of numbers in the party room. I don't believe there is anything like the 52 that would be needed to force a spill of the leadership of the Liberal Party. That's not the impression I get from the vast bulk of my colleagues. I don't believe it would be the right outcome, and because it wouldn't be the right outcome, I'm very confident that Liberal MPs and senators will do the right thing.
Senator, the Prime Minister is in Townsville this morning. What do you think he needs to convey to voters and to his colleagues to prove that he deserves another shot?
Well, look, obviously there's a number of things that we need to do better, and I think it's very, very important that we are focused on the real needs and aspirations of ordinary Australians, whether that's growing the economy and growing jobs, whether that's taking pressure off the family budget, but all the while recognising that we need to live within our means. And so that is the great challenge we face. But voters inherently understand that we have to live within our means, that we have to get the budget under control, but at the same time we need to be growing the economy, we need to have policies that support small business so that it can employ more Australians. That should be absolutely what the focus is, and I know that that is the focus. That was very much the focus in the press club speech. That's the focus that the Prime Minister has had since, and unfortunately these distractions take away from that. What we need to do is get back to making sure we're delivering on those issues.
The reality is, though, it isn't the focus at the moment. All the members in your party room room are focused on this ballot on Tuesday. And what does it say that Tony Abbott, who didn't visit Queensland during the state election campaign 1 week after that devastating result for the LNP, he now finds himself there while he's fighting for his political life?
Well, look, I guess I wouldn't read too much into that. What I would say, though, is that yes, this is a distraction at the moment, and it's an unfortunate distraction. I would certainly be hopeful that the right outcome occurs at the ballot, that we have a very strong show of support for our Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, for Julie Bishop and for our entire leadership team, and that we then get on with the job that Tony Abbott is getting on with, that all of us want to get on with, of better serving the Australian people, of ensuring that we do fix the budget mess that we were left, that we do continue to secure our borders, and that we do continue to improve the lives of Australians and Australian families. And that's certainly my focus, and I think that should be the focus of everyone in the Liberal Party and in the National Party.
Senator, you'd be aware that if history is any judge, these things don't often end cleanly, and that once a spill motion is brought, even if a potential challenger is beaten back, they come back at you, just as Keating did in 1991 against Bob Hawke. It's happened time and time again. As a supporter of the Prime Minister, that must be the nightmare scenario if he does hold on Tuesday. This will go on until the budget, after the budget, but it's going to come to a head again.
Well, look, I don't accept that that's inevitable. I don't accept that that's inevitable. What I do believe is that there should be a very strong show of support. There are obviously some people who are going to move the spill and some people who will support the spill. I respect all of my colleagues' rights to express their views, but I believe that they are wrong. I believe that they are wrong in their desire to bring on a spill. I don't think it's helpful, but I don't accept that the scenario you paint is somehow inevitable. What is important is that the government gets on with the job. That is what we are endeavouring to do. This is a distraction, but I'm very confident we can put it behind us.
All right, interesting days ahead. Senator, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.